Point number 5 here is, again, the reading of the notes. I think is a huge thing. I've brought this up multiple times already, but that's such a huge thing if you're brand new to playing the piano, especially if you're older. A lot of people feel like they can't do it and they never will be able to, especially with the piano when you have two staffs and you have to look at the top staff, which is your right hand normally, and then you also have to read the bass clef or the treble or the bass clef notes for the left hand. So you have the treble clef in the right, you have the bass clef in the left, and you have to read two different rows, and they're not all at the same time. So they're coming in at different times. You might be holding your left hand down for a long time. Your right hand might be doing short notes. Maybe it's the opposite way. And I know when I first started in my first year, reading both clefs, the gram staff at the same time, it was tough. It was intimidating, and I went very slow, and it was kind of embarrassing, honestly, when you first start out, because it's like you're trying to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or something like that, something super easy, some nursery rhyme, and you can barely do it if you're trying to read the music. And that's okay. That's how everybody starts off. That's just the way it is. But you can read music, I promise. It's not that difficult. It looks difficult, and depending on what you're playing, it can be difficult, but it's all about patterns. It's all about pattern recognition. The notes don't change, right? So treble clef notes stay with the treble clef, and A in treble clef is always an A, and A in the bass clef is always an A as well. They might be in different spots on each clef, but at least each of those clefs don't change. So once you kind of learn the pattern, once you start practicing it, once you start reading music 10, 20 minutes a day, then within a month, within 6 months, within 1 year, you're going to look back and say, wow, I did it. It's going to be something you can feel accomplished about and you can feel proud about in the moment as well. So enough of that. Time to kind of get into the fixes. Okay, so like I promised, here are all the fixes. First thing is, what do you do when you feel like there's just too much? You feel like it's too difficult. You feel like you missed your boat.